Getting your life together requires your full focus. You will be working at it all the time, all day long, even if it is unsustainable to do so, even if it is unsustainable to keep going like this. If you arrive at a place in your life where things are comfortable, you don't need to push yourself as hard. Under normal conditions, that could be too much, that could be overwhelming, and that could be totally unsustainable. But for you, it is a must. You still have no choice. It is not an option. If you're physically present in a situation that is unlivable or unbearable circumstance, or an environment that you cannot tolerate no matter what, that's also unsustainable. You need to end the suffering as fast as you can. You need to eliminate the struggle and the suffering out of your life as soon as possible. It is never, ever good for you. Pushing yourself beyond your limits could make you improve. But suffering and pain, this has no benefit whatsoever for you. This will never make you stronger. This will never make your life better in any way, shape, or form. You have to end it, soon enough before it destroys your life. You need to get out of the situation that is unlivable as fast as you can. You need to end the suffering in your life as fast as you can. This is non-negotiable, and it is unsustainable to remain under those conditions for too long. So which is worse? Ending the suffering or struggling to try to end the suffering in an unsustainable way that makes you, suffer for a short duration of time, but then that reason for suffering is gone for good now from your life, and now everything is way better. Which is better? Which would you rather have? Which would you choose? Short-term suffering or short-term struggle or short-term, extreme stuff that you cannot handle normally, or the suffering remains as it is for the same reasons for, decades later on, or for the rest of your life? Which would you rather choose? If you find yourself sorta like you have like some sort of endless energy and you never stop and you feel like you want to work on it all the time, by all means, do not crush that spirit in the name of, I'll burn out, oh, that's not good for me, or I cannot go on like this forever. Do not crush that spirit. Keep it. It is survival. It is giving you endless energy, not because this is normal, but because you need to get out of this situation as soon as possible. So they are giving you, your body is giving you the energy necessary to get you out of that unlivable situation. If you find yourself working all the time, do not stop because others are telling you you have to stop or else you'll burn out. Do not listen to them. You have to stop only when the circumstances that are unlivable are over. If you have that kind of, enthusiasm about working on it all the time, do not crush that spirit. Do not curb your enthusiasm. Keep going at it with full focus and full energy, and don't stop until the unlivable circumstances are over. External circumstances matter, and they will destroy your life if you do not take care of them. Those who tell you that external circumstances don't matter and your happiness can only be found from within, and if you're not happy now because you're lacking gratitude now, you'll never be happy, all of this is garbage. Do not listen to this. All of this is said by people who have perfect external circumstances to the point that it does not matter to them anymore. It's like when someone who's ultra rich says money doesn't buy you happiness because they have too much money. They have billions. They do not see the value of the thing that they have, and they cannot imagine how their life will never be the same if they are lacking in such resources. Do not listen to them. They don't know what they're talking about. They're just preaching. They want to divert your attention from them so that you do not think that they are happier because of money, so that you do not direct some sort of jealousy or negative energy towards them. So they're telling you, oh no, like money is not adding nothing to my life. So you don't hate me for it, because you have ample reason to hate them for it because they have a ton of money. So they're just diverting your attention. But damn right, money can help you solve your problems. But this is not about money. I'm not saying here that money buys you happiness. But this is the same. Telling people that fixing their lives, or external circumstances don't matter when it comes to your happiness, they have no idea what they're talking about. Your environment is everything. And then these same people tell you, oh, surround yourself with positive people because environment is good, and don't, bring in negativity to your life because the environment is important. But then they tell you external circumstances don't matter. Like your poverty doesn't matter. And so that is like the same person is saying two statements that contradict each other. Your external circumstances are very important. Solve them and fix them and make them livable and end the suffering in your life when it comes to your external circumstances and your environment. This is of utmost importance. You have to do this. You cannot achieve happiness without the external circumstances and your environment being, fixed to an extent that allows you to be happy under those circumstances that you're in. If they're below that threshold, if they're below that limit, no matter what you do, you cannot ever be happy no matter what you do. We see that under narcissistic abuse, like no matter what you do, you still feel miserable and you feel pointless. We see that, and in a ton of other situations where no matter what you do, nothing helps. Do not end up being like this. Do not let that happen to you. Do not say, oh yeah, but we have time, Like, why the urgency? No, there is an urgency to fix your life now before it's too late. Fix your external circumstances, fix your life, fix your environment. Fix your life and your environment before it's too late. Slowing down or prioritizing self-care under normal conditions will be a good thing. If you slow down, or stop work for a substantial amount of time under normal circumstances, that will be sending your body a signal that I matter and my well-being matters and my energy matters and my recovery matters, and I have no problem with regenerating my energy and taking all the time in the world to recover. That sends a message to your body that your well-being matters. So it gets translated in your body as, hey, they are on our side. So you are not the enemy now. But if you are under unlivable circumstances, stopping for any reason will get translated in your body as you are the enemy. Why? Because you're stopping us from survival. You're threatening our very being. You taking some time off for no reason, not because, you've moved mountains today and now it's time for you to chill, to regenerate some energy so that you can do it all again tomorrow. No, but you're just taking days off, one after the other one, and you're, going about it as slow as possible, and you're allowing yourself to take, long breaks, and you slow down your momentum. You don't care about building momentum, and you are going about it as slow as possible. And if you think about it, if I go about it with that pace, I'll only, accomplish the intended objective after like a decade or so. Other people are just physically present wherever they are, and everything gets accomplished. They're just physically present. So whether they slow down or speed up, it doesn't matter. They are already at the place where they just need to be physically present in order to remain successful. We see that even with building muscle. You just need to exercise to maintain the muscle. This is different from building muscle from scratch. It is totally different. So when you do not go all in and give it your all when you're still starting out, you will not see results, because at first you have to put in more effort to gain any sort of momentum or results. And also, now you're fighting for your own survival. You're fixing your life for your own survival. If you do not let your body do it the old primitive way of going on all in and not caring about the basic stuff that we can only think about when we are above the survival, worrying about survival, when it is no longer the case, when you are at a place where when you're no longer fighting about your survival, your body goes about things in a normal, relaxed way. That involves pacing yourself and being relaxed and not taking all the time in the world. But when your survival is at stake, you need to go about it in a way that does not suit the normal individual, that will make the normal person exhausted real quick. So If you don't allow your body to go all in with maximum enthusiasm when your survival is at stake, your body now regards you as the enemy. So now you can develop self-loathing, you can develop, self-hatred, you can, start criticizing yourself all the time and attacking yourself all the time, even though you're doing the right thing that is advised by all people in order to avoid burnout. You are taking care of your body, you are taking care of your well-being, you're slowing down, everybody's, like recommending slowing down to speed up. So whatever strategies they're deploying, they work under normal circumstance. They work under normal conditions. They don't work for you because you're trying to get out of survival mode. And if you stop yourself from doing so, you are threatening your own survival. And that's why you are regarded by your own body as the enemy. And hence the self-loathing and, excessive criticism and judgment towards yourself. Because now you are the reason for our continued failure. You are the reason for our continued misery and being a loser in life and having nothing, ever turn out the way we ever wanted it to be. You are the reason for all the bad stuff in our life. Totally different. When you rest, when you are under normal conditions, your body thanks you for doing so. It is a sign of self-love and self-care. But if you do it when you're trying to fight in order to survive, you are a threat to us, and now you are liable to a ton of self-loathing that will come to you from your own body, because now we are failing at life because of you, because you're not allowing us to go all in until we establish our survival, until we cover our survival, until we no longer need to be fighting for our survival day and night, or else we will keep failing and being miserable for the rest of our lives. Not doing whatever it takes to get out of those unlivable circumstances or conditions will only mean giving up to your body. It means that you are giving up. You are now a bad person. You are now harming us. And that's why they hate you, and that's why they attack you like there's no tomorrow. But if you slow down and rest and go about it normally, that does not lead to burnout. Under normal circumstances, that will be prior to you raising the priority of how your well-being matters. Like, it means that your well-being matters and that you love yourself, and it is a sign of self-care and self-love, and your body will thank you for it, and it will give you all sorts of positive thinking because of it. Your body will never hate you for resting excessively under normal conditions where you are no longer fighting for your survival. So the same stuff could be true if you are under normal circumstances, but it could be misleading or outright, harmful if you are not under livable conditions, when your life sucks and you need to fix it right this second.